Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Bowman. Guys, let's get down to the field. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short where he'd be if he had just taken it in the end zone. The Cardinals offense will take the field first. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. Can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. We're just going to see what they do today.
Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
When you go on the road, man, oh man, you love hearing the crowd. But more importantly, you love shutting the crowd up. There's no better feeling than coming out, getting that juice going, getting that confidence going, and getting that running game going right at them and gashing them right out the gates.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. An explosive play.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on.
Brings it to the open. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Let's talk a minute about Louisville's new quarterback, Miller Moss. Last year, started 9 games at his childhood favorite, USC, before being replaced by Jaden Mayava. Now with the Bill, he fills the bill and brings a gunslinger mentality, Jesse.
He has that gunslinger mentality. When it's going good, it's normally going really, really good, but he has to be able to avoid the mistakes. And let's not forget, he's got some pretty big shoes to fill, too. Tyler Shuck did some really good things for Louisville's offense a season ago. So for Miller Moss, a chance to rejuvenate his career and do it at Louisville.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The earth is shaking. Bounce House living up to its name as UCF tries to get off the field. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it and bring up 4th down.
head-to-head, that will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But just one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible...
And there was lots of space as he gets into the 39-yard line.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
The Knights trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Jackson will throw. He's going to take off. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The Knights will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And he will boom that punt out of bounds. No chance for a return. Let's see where the officials spot it. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. He'll pull it down. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down, but they're going to run the ball. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
The Cardinals are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Quickly to the tight end. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Cardinals have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Ball down, and he has enough to move the chains.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
The Cardinals will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the back. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jason, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Slips one guy, and now he's loose. And he's brought down after a nice game. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Quickly complete. Turning it on. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Cardinals. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, the bad blood between Oregon and Oregon State dates back to 1894, at least on a football field. A top-5 rivalry, and it's gone final. Oregon delivered maybe its most thorough thumping in years in a game that featured a ton of big plays, not unlike the way that Michael James, Kenyon Barner, and Jonathan Stewart used to do. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Hey, Kevin Connors, keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Hey, Corral out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now. Get ready for another one.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Jackson going to throw it. Looking for a huge play. Holds it in down the sideline. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. This offense always looking for those big, explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. The corners are walked up tight. Got a man. It's Nixon. And they pick up just a few on that completion. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Quarterback on the keeper. And he is stopped behind the line, and that's how we'll finish the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Louisville has the edge. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got it in the middle. It's not enough. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. The Knights didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place. Was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
And you really want to pay this drive off. This is a nice drive by this offense. Got to keep it going. Got to keep the foot on the gas. Obviously, trailing with a chance to tie this football game going into the half.
He'll ride his man on the option. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. And they'll send out the field goal unit.
Number 16 on the field goal.
Smashes it between the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Out of the end zone. Slips through the line.
get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Out of the chute, quick pass to the right.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. You can tell the quarterback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? The give to the tailback. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Goodness, that happened fast. He was in the backfield before the ball was even snapped.
Oh, man, adrenaline pumping, heart beating a little faster. There is some intensity on that one. Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. The kick is on its way. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Leaves it with the back. Creates a little room. Oh, he's got some space. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Cardinals! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And now the offense will come onto the field again. Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down. The throw. Moving out of the pocket. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get rid of it.
Nowhere to go. The ball is loose. Defense got it. They're on the run. Touchdown, Cardinals. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
Practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business. As an offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
And the extra point gives them a 28-3 lead. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. Unless you have somebody ready to do his best Tom Brady impression, down 28-3 is no fun, and they have to get something going right now. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
What's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Jackson will throw. Makes the catch. Right down the gut of the field. At the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all away.
you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention. They practiced this week in the film room because they have got everybody right now at the same page.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Quarterback making checks. Trying play action. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Cardinals will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. He'll make the fair catch at the 44, and they'll have terrific field position. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Motion from the wideout. They'll run play action. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. Bringing it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job on the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch that football, you're going to limit that yards after the catch. And he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job on the D.
Boom. The give to the back. There he goes. Touchdown, Louisville. He got it loose, and it was lights out after that.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point is good. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes with the return. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I've had. They clearly found that dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
We're at the 2-minute defense getting set for a first down from the 45. Jackson gonna throw it. Makes the catch. It's through. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Knights are in the hurry-up. Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Nixon. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24. This defense, its head is spinning. The Knights have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Thomas. Touchdown, Knights! Oh, that baby in and stroll into the end zone for the score.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is moving on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Brown has it. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Nice is it as a play caller when you got a running back as good as this guy, right? I mean, you can just dial up conservative run calls. Nothing has to be too tricky, too fancy. You just know who's going to go make good things happen. Even when it's not blocked properly, he is still finding ways to rip off long runs. This guy now has over 150 yards rushing in the game. Doesn't look like he's slowing down.
On the bootleg. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get 4 points on the board before the break. Cardinals will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. There's enough time left in the half here, David, to make something happen.
Dang right. I want to be aggressive. I'm not backed up in my own end. I can stay aggressive here. Try to get a field goal, Palmer. Try to get in range to get some...
Breaks it Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Off the play fake on first down. On the move. He's going downfield. They'll wind him out of bounds. That's the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Jackson will throw. Fires toward the end zone. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
2nd down, he'll throw it. They'll use the timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. They get through and it's blocked. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, 1 half in the books, and I am eagerly looking forward to that second half in Orlando. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust his strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to the guys just down the road from our EA Sports Studios at the Bounce House.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Cardinals score kicking away to break up the second half. And he'll just take the lead in this drive. Will start at 25. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They ought to have some confidence based on that first half performance, but they certainly can't let up in a game like this.
And I think this possession is really, really important. I say that because they had a lot of success, but they're still losing because the defense can't stop anyone. They need to set the tone here in the second half.
And it's exactly that, David. You got to create momentum here early in the second half. You only do that by going out and
that one can really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. The Knights come to the line in the hurry up.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big... And look at them, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
They finally get to him. A lot of play there to pick up the first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. That's caught. They ain't get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. They're going back to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
another tough run for this offense. And I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off. But you get the feeling, too, if they are going to come back in this one, they need him to break one off. It just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone covers. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Jackson gonna throw it. And here they come. They'll try to get the two-point conversion here and make it a three-point game.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
Stopped at the 26, brought it out in the end zone, picked up an extra yard. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Might be calling a hot route. To the air on first down. He's going for it all. How about that play? A diving snag along the right side.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
This time stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They're probably saying, finally, what a night he's had. The Cardinals with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Off play action.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
And the Cardinals have it with a 1st and 10. Grab behind the line. It's Lacy. He goes out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Our coach said to never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Give to Brown. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. They love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Cardinals! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
This guy's been an absolute force in this offense early this season, guys. We're only in the 3rd game. He's already got 3 touchdown catches. Talk about a matchup nightmare for opposing defenses.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
And you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance. You know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
The Knights with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Jackson will throw. Fires deep toward the end zone.
Something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Once everybody, look at the results, because everything else ain't working.
Louisville has it back, and the offense coming out ready to attack. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Starts the drive, trying to go up top. They'll run the screen. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling past.
There he goes. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot. But that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to hit these guys on the ground.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Cardinals in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play, because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Second down coming up. Looking to throw, it's Adams. Throws to the wideout. This D need that.
What a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage. And you see how everybody was impressed. When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage, you jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason.
And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Let's see what they've got on second down. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple.
Awesome body control and great job, too, knowing where he is on the field to make sure he got his feet down and bounds. At this point, this guy's been open all over the field, and if I'm the QB, man, I keep
going for it all. And that one is picked up in the end zone.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They give up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting into the point.
Makes the catch. It's Mitchell. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Under a minute to go here in the third quarter. Dropping back, it's Moss. Grabbed over the middle, it's Skinner. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. And he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush. He didn't hurry. He took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
Brown has it. Breaks into the open. He's at the touchdown Cardinals. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Slings it downfield. He's got an open man. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. He's out of bounds at the 12-yard line, and that is why explosive plays can change games. So first down will open up the final period. Jackson gonna throw it. He's going. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll go to the air. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. Let's go! Let's go! From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's stopped again, and he's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's
time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And you could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the second half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in the game, and you just saw another one right there. This offensive line has had problems all night long.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, UCF! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. We're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And Dave, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
That definitely makes it a little bit. You know what I'm up by more than a field goal. Obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I couldn't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the fourth quarter. First down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Leaves it with the running back.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Mock. Pulls it in, it's Lacy. Turning it on! What a play to get it inside the red zone. They are set up at the 17.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
And the Cardinals come to the line with a new set of downs. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Using the quick game. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the fourth quarter. You got to lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on first down. Better job on second down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and bleed the clock. Behind his big tight end. Touchdown, Louisville! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. And he knocked that one right down the middle. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Jackson will throw. Trying to get behind the defense. He's got it inside the pocket. Running free. A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, I think I don't know for one way it wants to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching his defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake will get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. Make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Snatches it on the line. He's brought down, but this freshman is not afraid to take a shot.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Oh, he's got some space. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
The Cardinals with the 1st and 10. Give to Brown. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Cardinals have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Motion from the wide receiver. Quick pass on the fly motion. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back to conserve time for their offense. The earth is shaking. Bounce house living up to its name as UCF tries to get off the field. The give on the inside.
showdown today, so let's catch you up to speed on things. Kennesaw State is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off.
Gets in the big stiff arm. They drag him down to the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Caught over the middle. This time. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, pull off the big upset.
Jackson's going to throw it quickly out to the tight end.
The offense gets the ball out pretty quick, but man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we got to get the first down. We got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch.
Fires one high and deep. Gets it inside the 15. Touchdown, UCF. And they kick it in for 6 more points.
Well, they get the touchdown here, and I think if you're the head coach, you got to go for 2. You got to have a 2-point play dialed up right now. What can you run? You feel like you can execute to tie this thing with not a lot of time left on the clock.
Now they'll try to tie it up with the 2 late.
Pace, 27, jump.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Under fire. And he will be sacked. And here in the 4th quarter, they were trying to tie it, and they cannot. Now down by 2, inside a minute to go. If they can get this onside kick, maybe they could get into field goal range.
Everybody's got different philosophies. Some people kick onsides every single time. You go for the big play, try to create some momentum for your team, but they failed. A nice job covering the kick, seeing the football off the kicker's foot, securing it, getting on the ground, and making sure your offense retains it.
It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
You can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team. Staying focused, understanding it's a close battle. Win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.